Hello and welcome to episode 2 of my minor league manager series in Out of the Park Baseball 25, where I start in the lowest levels of the minor leagues and try to work myself up as manager. I'm here in the Arizona Complex League, and since we last left, our team is 1-1. Here is our record right now. We are behind the Cleveland Guardians because apparently this is how they break up the divisions in this league. One thing I wanted to note, I did kind of figure out how the playoffs work in this league. It's the three division winners and then one wild card, and they will play in the playoffs. I assume this will be reflected in the game because in real life, what they do is it's a one game series and then a best of three, and that's it. That's how you determine the champion. So that is how this league works. So hopefully we can be in contention for one of those spots. There's only three teams who are undefeated: the Giants, Rockies, and Cleveland Guardians. And the Guardians, who are actually we play next, this is probably the most important matchup between Cleveland and Chicago affiliated teams ever in the history of baseball. Um, I guess there was that championship series that the two teams played in 2016, but this is probably more important realistically. So hopefully we can get a series win. We have all three games that we'll be playing this series, and we will see how we do. Since last time I did give myself a little avatar here, this man looks absolutely identical to me, and obviously you can look in the thumbnail to compare, but this is me right here. So that's cool. Other than that, really haven't made any changes. Our minor league or our GM Connor Hawkins hasn't done anything to our uh, club as well, so everything's still kind of intact for this game. Not a lot of pictured dudes, although I've only really gone through and done pictures for a couple people. I probably should do it a little bit more, but I just haven't. Um, so only the two men from our game are pictured. Everybody else without a picture. As we go up through the minors, and I get closer to the major leagues, I'll probably give more fictional pictures. And like I said in the last video, I'm going to put more ballparks in to make this place a little more lively. I don't anticipate being in the Arizona Complex League long, as I would like to at least get to the minor leagues and play some teams with some different logos and uniforms. And I think the minor leagues are a heck of a lot more fun than, although technically this is a minor league, this isn't quite as entertaining and interesting to me as a league as even like the low level leagues like the Midwest League or the Carolina League or something like that. But this is the process. This is what we're doing. Today we have Mason McGuire pitching for us, and you can see his stats on the screen there. Stuff and control could be a little problematic, so we'll see. Our pitching's been really, really good so far, so hopefully that continues. But this guy did pitch 11 games last year. He would have been 19 years old with a 9.42 ERA, 1-6 record, so he wasn't very effective, which is probably why he's still here. And the rating stats, this is for this league. So he's 1.5 stars, 5-star potential, but for this league, not for the major leagues. I could change the ratings to relative to the major leagues. I don't see the intent to do that right this second. I'm trying to, determine in this game. This pitcher, Jacob Brejnahan, he's a little bit better. His stuff's good. His control's a little bit better than Mason's, so they probably have the advantage. Would be nice to get at least 2 out of 3. We are the away team in this. Not that that's that big of a deal. I mean, we're just playing in a different part of Arizona, and I can't imagine there's much of a crowd that goes to these games, but they are free. Again, from what I've read, for some reason we don't really have a lineup good to go, so I will insert my lineup. I'm going to actually go my stats. Looking at ratings here, we're going to go statistics so that I know who's actually played well. I believe I've been calling Michael, I think it's Carico, I believe. I'm trying to look up the pronunciation for some of these guys' names just as an update, and he hit 2 home runs last game. He's obviously playing. That's goes without saying. He's been the DH. We're gonna put Diaz back in at catcher. He's been playing really really well. And is there anyone else in? Who's the other guy who has not played? Who has played and doesn't have stats? I need to get the lineup kind of resorted out, but at this point, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know what's going on here. There must be someone in the roster who hasn't been yet. No, there isn't. I'm confused. Somehow I don't have 9 players ready to go. What position am I missing? So I got first, second, third, DH. My center fielder. Did they call somebody up? I kind of wonder if somebody got called up. Let me actually go back. Uh, we're gonna cancel this game. Sorry for a second. Let me take a look. I think they might have called somebody up. And we go to news and mail. I'm not sure. Last transaction. Okay. Diaz got sent down, but he's been with me. I don't think anyone's got called up since I've been simulating the game. I mean, we're on May 8th, and I played the 6th and 7th, so I'm a little confused. Let me just go to my roster. I'm going to let our bench coach decide that roster. I'll adjust it as it goes. So let me see here, and I'll just let him do. Ask bench coach, do all lineups. So it's Nazir Meal. Okay, that's the guy I'm missing. I don't know why I'm missing. I don't know why I messed that up, but okay, we'll go on to the lineups. Meal has been playing. He's going to continue to play. If we do have struggles on with the bats, we'll definitely fix that. But as for right now, Meal is going to be my center fielder. What does he normally play? Because okay, that's kind of weird. He actually is listed as a pitcher and a center fielder. So he's a dual position player. I did not catch that. So he's been our center fielder, but he's actually listed as a starting pitcher. So that's a little detail I missed. So the Shohei Ohtani of the Arizona Fall League or Complex League, I guess. Attendance is almost 3,000 people. Maybe more people come to these games than I expected. I don't know. Or in Goodyear Ballpark, I assume that is the Cleveland Guardians roster. And then I would like to do Diaz back as catcher. I want to go with what has been working. So Carrick back to DH, Diaz back to catcher. Easy look, Carrico. Unfortunately, his only position is catcher. Good hitter though. He's definitely, if he's going to get called up at least in this game, and I wonder what his path is in the majors. It's probably going to be as a DH. He doesn't really seem to have a position, so that's something the Cubs would have to figure out. Going forward, if he does continue to be a successful player. Drew Bowser's been struggling, so I'm kind of seeing if there's any other men who can play first base on this team, but nobody else is really standing out. So as of right now, he's going to continue to play, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. Maybe I'll have to put somebody there, but it is a little risky putting somebody at a position who does not play there because there's a good chance they will be a problem. Like they'll make errors and it can be a problem, and I don't necessarily want to do that. So if he's not listed as a first baseman, and I'm looking through right now to see if anyone is, and just offhand, I don't see anybody else who's listed as playing that position. I could go to. Let me do one more thing. Sorry, I keep leaving the game, and I wanted to get the gameplay going, but I'm trying to get everything kind of sorted out. But the there we go. We'll do first base. So I do have Jonathan Long who can play first, and actually one of my relief pitchers can play first base. So possible that's something we see going forward. Just if Bowser struggles, but as of right now, he's going to play. Might want to get Jonathan Long some at bats down there. He is a guy who has some history in Myrtle Beach, and actually pretty good. I mean, he's got 77 at bats, not a lot, but a lot of home runs, and we might actually get him in. I'm actually going to play him. Now that I think about it, I'm going to actually give him a shot today. So we're going to give Jonathan Long the day at first, and he's got a good defensive rating there too. So we'll do that. Carico is going to play first base, and then that's what we'll do for now. Like I said before, I want him to DH. I want Diaz to continue to play catcher because he's been pretty decent at the position. So this is what we want to do. These numbers don't mean a whole lot. It's early in the season, but I do kind of like to sort by OPS just to give some idea of what guys can do. And I'm also going to let a different guy play it short, probably whoever has a higher defensive rating. I'm going to let Ludwig Espinoza play. So he's going to get his first game today, and we'll kind of see how that goes. So a couple guys getting some play that haven't had it before. And here we are. We are at Goodyear Ballpark between the Cleveland Guardians Arizona Class League or Arizona Complex League and the Chicago Cubs Arizona Complex League. Jacob Bresnahan on the mound, Christian Olivo at the plate. As you can see, he's 3 for 9 on the year, hitting .333, 667 OPS. Let's get it underway. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and he will ground one to short. So we start off a good at bat, does face the maximum amount of pitches you can face, or at least it gets into a full count, but does ground out. Espinoza, his first at bat of the year, 1-2 pitch, swinging him a strike 3. And Marco Carrico, I really need to figure out how his pronunciation and have it stick, but he hits one hard to center, and I think it's going to get down. That's going to be a double, so he's off to a good start this year. He's going to have a double. Hopefully Carter Trice can knock him in, and an 0-2 count will not do that. He'll strike out. Mason McGuire now on the mound, his first game going on. I do have to fix this. The red helmets of the Guardians, that bothers me because they do not wear that color of helmets. I do not like when the game defaults to that, so I'll probably go into the uniforms and fix that after this. But the first pitch, 3 balls, 2 strikes, he does pop up. Also, it's kind of weird that they're wearing pinstripe pants on the road. I'll probably fix that too, just to give it a little bit more realism, because I can make them wearing the Cubs uniform. It'll be a little tougher with other minor league teams where they do use the correct jerseys and hats, but the pants are often off, which is weird. But Rybach does strike out. No balls, 2 strikes to Jonah Advincula, who actually rips one to right field. It's going to be an extra base hit, an 0-2 pitch. That's a little frustrating. You would hope to get out of the inning. So hopefully with Alex Mooney at the plate, we don't allow a run. But on the 1-0 pitch, we do allow a base hit to right. Yeah, it's going to score the wrong. No, it doesn't. They do hold him up. Okay. Still an opportunity to get him out. I'm going to do a mound visit, see if I can calm him down. 1 ball, 1 strike, and we're going to get out of this. Good job. So this grounds it to short. If there was a second, we're out of the inning. So got a little nervous with 2 outs and nobody on, but it didn't lead to anything. Jose Escobar, he's going to lead off with a pop-up to short. Jairo Diaz on the 1-0 pitch, and he's going to hit one hard deep to right field. That ball is out of here, and that's gone. And Diaz is going to hit the home run. That gives the Cubs a 1-0 lead early. So good start from our team. Looking at his stats, that is his first home run of the season. So good start for him. Rosario does strike out. 2 outs now to Nazir Mule. 1 ball, 2 strike to him, and he also strikes out. But the Cubs do take the 1-0 lead. Carson Tucker now batting. He's got some good offensive stats. This could be a tough one, and he's going to ground to second. Good out. Okay, that's another guy to be worried about lower on the lineup. And then Pedro Dalmagro, decent power. So they got a pretty good lineup. Like this is the lower end of their lineup, and they still have guys who have pretty okay stats, at least for this level, of course. Juniker Caceres in left field, 2 balls, 2 strikes, swing and a miss, or actually takes strike 3 to end the inning. Jonathan Long, 3-1 pitch to him. He takes ball 4, so good at bat there. Christian Olivo, 0 balls, 1 strikes. He's going to hit it to third, ground to second for 1 over the first. That is a double play. Espinoza, 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's actually hit by the pitch. Real quick, going to look at his speed rating, see if there's potential to steal. Does have a 65 stealing ability. Not very fast, but he can steal. I think it's a good chance to maybe see what we can do. We're going to actually send him, and he's going to get second safely. So a chance for a 2-out hit here with our best hitter, or a guy who's been our best hitter so far in this early season. Let's see if they even pitch to him. They do. One ball, no strikes, and they do not pay for it. They are ground ball the second to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Yofran John at the plate, and he's going to walk. So your friend John, or Yofran John, sorry, walks. Christian Knabzik, his second at bat of the game. We're going to go double play depth. Let's see what we can do. One ball, two strikes. He's going to hit one hard to left, but it will be caught for the out. Trice makes the play. Barrett Rybach now to the plate. Excuse me, he has one at bat, no hits, two balls, two strikes, and he will hit one to second, over to second one, over to first. Nah, it is in time, double play. We get out of the inning. So, 1-0 Cubs. Again, pitching pretty decently so far. Carter Trice, 3 balls, 1 strike. Takes it inside for a ball. Jose Escobar at the plate, 1 ball, 2 strike. Excuse me, sorry. 1 ball, 2 strike with the runner on first. Jairo Diaz at the plate. He's the only person to score this game as he hit a home run. And down the ground to short, over to second one, over the first for a double play. So not a lot of offense going so far. That's kind of been the early parts of these games. 1 ball, 2 strike, grounded to third, over to first. So 1 away. Alex Mooney now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, grounds to third, and another out. I'm gonna regret saying this, but so far the defense has been flawless this season. I don't think these guys are great defenders, but no errors so far, and nothing that really has stood out as poor defense. So just a little thing I've noticed. Ralphie Velasquez, 1 ball, 2 strikes, strikes out swinging. So we go to the top of the fifth. Alfonso Rosario at the plate now. Let's see if we can get some added runs here. And he's going to line one to left, and that ball is going to be caught. So another out. Nazir Meal, 2 balls, 2 strikes, strikes out. Jonathan Long, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and he does hit one, but it's going to be short second, so another out. So just no offense going on in this game for either team. Tucker up, and he's going to hit one hard. I think that's going to get down. That's going to be extra bases. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Carson Tucker is going to have himself at least a leadoff double. In fact, I think he has a leadoff triple, and I believe he does. He does. So runner on third with nobody out. We're going to play the infield back to try to get the out. It is just a 1-0 game. We are early. I do want to prevent the big inning. So hopefully that can be done. 1-2 pitch strikes him out. So with that, Caceres is at the plate, and he has been hitting well so far this year. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the infield in. I'm actually going to pitch around, which is this right here. So we're going to do that. I'm kind of hoping unintentional, intentional walk, worst case scenario. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We do walk him, but that sets up the double play ball. So again, their bottom part of the lineup has been pretty good. So I don't want to take too many chances, but if I can get a ground ball double play, we're out of this inning. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. They're actually going to try to steal and get thrown out. So that's a big out. There's now 2 outs this inning. And infield normal. We can't walk the 9-hole hitter. Even though the top half of the lineup isn't good. It's 3 games in, too. You got to keep that in mind. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And we're going to get out of this inning. That's a ground ball to first. So good work. Good work there by McGuire. Olivo has not done much this game. 2 balls, 1 strikes. He's going to hit one hard to right. It's going to be caught. Espinoza. Let's see if our offense can just get anything going. 3 balls, 1 strikes. He does bunt. So let's see now. The heart of the lineup. The best hitters on this team. Going to strike out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But on the 1 ball, 2 strike count, he does strike out. Trice now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Will walk. So first and second. 2 outs. Escobar up. We have a chance to break through and at least give ourselves a little bit of insurance. I did not notice this. Diego Navarro is actually now pitching for the Indians, or the Guardians, sorry. And again, sorry, battling a little bit of a cold, so I do get a couple coughs from here and there. But 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jose Escobar. Diego Navarre is the new pitcher, and he actually came in with 1 out. I missed it completely, but he does have a walk and a strikeout. Big moment here. Let's see what we can do. And Escobar is going to hit one to center, but it's caught and playable, unfortunately. So no run score. McGuire's at 84 pitches. I think it's time for me to start looking at some relief. We'll see. I'm actually going to go, instead of that, we're going to go with stats. We're going to see who's pitched well for us. But I might want to bring in some guys who are good, too. I don't know yet. I'm going to pitch. Got 3 lefties coming up. Let's actually bring in a lefty. Wilson Cunningham. We're going to go with him. We'll see if the Guardians do counter with some righties next inning, but we're going to go. They have the top 3 in their lineup are all left-handed, very left-handed heavy lineup to begin with, so a good day for these lefty relievers to get some work in and hopefully pitch really well, but we'll see. Bottom of the 6th, McGuire's still up because I just put up a reliever, so we'll see. Hopefully he can get out of this inning. No balls, 1 strike. First pitch does fly out to right, so that's good. And 2 balls, 1 strike to Rybach. He hits one to left for an out, so good shot for McGuire to actually get through 7 innings. He's actually getting tired, so I do probably want to take him out. I did a mound visit to try to get Cunningham completely warmed, but it did not seem to work. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and we're going to ground out to second. That'll end McGuire's day. We go to the 7th. He definitely will be out of this game. We're going to bring in, I want to make sure I get a right-hander up too, so we have that going. Keaton Egbert looks like a decent pitcher. He's also a righty. And that's next inning, you got right, left, right. So we'll see what I do. But I'm going to leave Cunningham up just in case there's some struggles here. And then I have to get to that part of the lineup. Top of the 7th. Diaz up. 2 balls, 1 strike. He still is the only run in this game with his home run. This time he grounds to short. Alfonso Rosario, who is hitless this game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Apologize. But that is a liner to third. Mule now up, 3 balls, 1 strike, and he grounds out to third, so just no offense at all today. We'll see what happens as far as the next inning goes, but we're going to bring Egbert in. Cunningham is getting tired, so that's a little concerning, but I do still want to leave him up just in case this lineup goes past Tucker. 1 ball, no strikes. And Mooney hits a hard one to left. Velasquez, 3 balls, 1 strike. Does walk, so this is a big batter. We'll see here. Throw to first. Let's just try to keep him honest because teams have tried to steal on us. 2 balls, 2 strikes, strike 3. Big out there. Time to bring in Cunningham. You got the 2 lefties in. Pedro DeMagro up. Here we go. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's hit hard to left, and he gets out of the inning. So we move to the 8th. We'll love to get some insurance runs here. Just something to make this game feel a little bit more comfortable because, to be quite honest, it's a little stressful out there. Angel Gonzalez is our closer. Gonna let him pitch the 9th. He's not gonna pitch yet. I want somebody who I trust now in these innings. Wilma Ortega. I'd rather have a righty, or maybe I do go on a lefty. Has good potential. I'm not sure if there's anybody I completely trust. Ethan Flanagan, I think, is the guy I want to put up here. And hopefully he can get us to the 9th. We'll see if I go with the closer or I'll get another lefty. Daniel Brown, let's see what his stats are. He's got good potential too, but it's not potential that matters here. I'm actually going to go Daniel Brown. I'm going to warm up these two. Flanagan's going to sit down. Dana Brown's my guy. Okay, here we go. Long is up. 3 balls, 1 strike. Draws a leadoff walk. Diego Navarro still pitching for them. Aligo, he's going to get himself a base hit. So now we have something brewing. First and second, nobody out. Espinoza's up. I'm going to bunt. Play for a run. Just try to get that insurance run across. And they're going to go to third, and they're actually going to get the out. So that is a little frustrating. The lead runner has gotten good play by them, but unfortunately the bunt got down, but it wasn't effective. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a grounder to second, over to first. That's a double play, so that failure of a bunt is definitely a problem. I might leave Cunningham in, actually. He pitched well last inning. I'm going to leave Cunningham in. Face 2 switch hitters. Let's do that. Let's see what happens. 1 ball, 1 strike, and that's a fly ball to left. So 1 out. Mason Bolivar actually pinches hitters. So they bring in a 17-year-old lefty here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a grounder to first. So that is a out there. They go to the top of the lineup, but nobody on. 2 out for Knapzik. He's going to swing at the first pitch, and he's going to hit it hard to center, but we're going to make the nice catch. So it actually was a close play. It looked like it could have been trapped maybe, but the umpire did rule it a catch. I doubt there's a replay. There's not replay in the game, but I doubt there's replay in the Arizona Complex League. So whatever the ump says goes. Connor Trice is up. Going to get my closer up in the bullpen. The guy who's marked as the closer, Angel Gonzalez. We'll see. He has a good experience, but I don't love his stats. But we'll see what he can do in that situation if it comes to it. I might leave a lefty in. I might go Daniel Brown actually, but we'll see. 1 ball, no strikes to Connor Trice or Carter Trice, and he's gonna fly to right. 6 total hits this game, just not very much offense. Escobar up, 1 ball, no strikes. Grounder to second. Still nothing going. Now Jairo Diaz hits it hard, but not hard enough. That'll end the inning. We go 1, 2, 3. I don't want Cunningham to stay in. So Daniel Brown's who I'm actually going to bring in. And, according to stats, 3 stars at this level, he's pretty good. Hopefully he shows it. First pitch, Roy Bach is actually going to rip one against the wall for a double. That's a little frustrating, and it's actually going to be a triple. So they lead off with a triple. Nobody out. They have a really good chance to tie this game. Advincula is going to come in. We're going to bring the infield in, see if we can get out of this without allowing the run. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mooney up with good contact. You have to face 3 batters. Dana Brown's only faced 2. So I can't bring Gonzalez in yet. This is a huge batter. Lefty versus righty. Let's see what he can do. I might actually pitch around. We're going to do that. It does walk him, but it does get us out of the inning. So Pedro Hernandez is pinch hitting. I'm going to counter with Gonzalez. If we can get the double play, that would be great. We'll see what happens. No balls, no strikes. He swings at the first pitch. He's going to loop a single to left. And unfortunately, that's going to tie this game. So we're going to go hoping for extra innings. But we'll see. They might just win the game on a walk-off if we can't get out of this inning now. 1-1 tie. Herbert Silva, pinch hitting. No balls, 2 strikes. Grounds it to second. There's 1. There's 2. A double play. So we do get out of the inning. But we're going to go to extras. And apparently we're not playing the modern extra inning rule. It looks like these are real extra innings, as I do not see a runner on second. So that's a little surprising. Rosario at the plate. And he grounds it just short for the first out. Mule has had a decent game defensively, but not at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes, strike 3. Long now at the plate. Same thing. He hasn't done too much on offense, although it looks like he has one official at bat. Just looking at his stats, he's actually walked twice, so he's had a pretty decent game, despite the fact that he hasn't put a bat on the ball. I'm also looking to see who we can get up in the bullpen because we do have a lot of arms to work with here. I'm going to pitch this guy just because I do like some of his, well, just his movement stats, I guess. I don't know. We're trying to see what we have, but really it's the bats that need to get going. 3 balls, 1 strike. Long's going to draw his third walk of the game, so he's had a solid one. I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to try a little bit of pinch hitter action myself. Luis Mazza is going to come in to hit. Olivo has not really gotten it done. He's been playing second, but I've not been impressed. Mazza does play second base too. So we're just going to try it out, see if we can get some offense going. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he does draw a walk, so maybe that's the start we need. Espinoza, same situation. He's played short, hasn't really done much for me. I'm gonna let Melendez play. He's played a couple games before. He's also struggled at the plate, but maybe just a little change of pace here. And he does have good stats with 50 power, contact and 50 power. So we can get a clutch hit. That would be very nice. 3 balls, 1 strike. He draws a walk. So that brings Carrico up. Bases loaded. This is a big chance. Jack Jasiak has struggled with his command as he's walked 3 pitchers. If we can get a big hit here, that would be just lovely. 1 ball, no strike, and we're going to get that big hit. He comes through with a single to right. 1 run scores, and it's 2-1. We do hold him up at third, so not the big inning we like, but a nice big hit from what I think is our best player. 2-1 game now. Carter Trice, he can really give us a nice insurance. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He's going to ground to second and throw to first to end the inning, but we do take the lead, so nice job there from our team. But man, you can't help but feel it could have been better. Let me see. All right, we got Melendez. He's going to play second. Mazza's going to go into... No, he goes into second. Melendez plays short, so... Sorry, I am so sorry. Charabel Gonzalez into the game. Now to pitch. 2-1 lead. Hopefully we can put this thing away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, strikes him out. Brady McConnell now playing left field. I guess he must have been brought in a little bit ago because he's not listed as a pinch hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is going to be an error. Unfortunately, he throws the ball wide at first. That opens the door. It could have been 2 outs, nobody on. Instead, there's a man on base. Big play there. Going to look at his stealing. Yeah, he has good stealing stats too, so we have to be very weary of that. Let's throw to first. We'll see what happens. I'm actually going to pitch out, see if I can catch them. They did not try to steal. So, Alejandro Blasco, 2 balls, 1 strike, and he hits him. Oh my goodness. Just handing him an inning when we could have been better. We're going to give him out a visit. Hopefully, some words of encouragement help this get out of this. 2 balls, 1 strike. Grounder to third. Steps on third base. Over to first for the double play. And we win the game 2-1. Oh boy. Wow. That one was definitely stressful. Extra inning game. We blew the first lead. And then we ended up blowing the 10th, almost blow the 10th inning lead with an error and a hit by pitch. But we do come through. Get the clutch double play. Very good win for this club. They're in the line, shaking hands. We're happy. We have a 2-1 record and a 1-0 series lead. So, big game 1 win there over the Cleveland Guardians. Hopefully, we can get the next one finished today. And there we go. We do have received news. They're actually sending us a couple players. Chase Watkins is coming down from South Bend. We lose Chase Watkins. He ends up getting released, so they have cut him from South Bend. Connor Hawkins has. And Brendan Noriga, who has not actually played, is getting called up to South Bend, so we lose him. Dorinci Valdez is coming from the Dominican League. Now he's going to play for us, so do get a few people. Looks like a minor league move for the Reds and the Dodgers. Nothing that really stands out. Jose Mesa Very, very familiar, very similar to old Cleveland Indians and others closer Jose Mesa, but I do not recognize this one. Joe Table, they used to call him, but I don't know. Jose Mesa, I don't know if that stands for anything. But game two has Dominic Hambley pitching for us, Zach Jacobs pitching for them. And again, on paper, it looks like their guy probably has the advantage statistically, but we won the last game. Both pitchers pitched well. Saving the game real quick because my computer has a tendency to crash, and I don't want to lose anything. So if that does happen, then at least I have it saved. But game two of the series, hopefully we can take this one. You look at the list, though, they are very much listed as the team with the advantage. It's all them, except for one or two players. So this is definitely a good team. Hard not to say that. Let's see what we got. I actually want Jonathan Long to play again. He actually did really, really well, just drawing walks. I kind of just want everything to same. So I'm bringing back the guys who did play well in the first game. They're going to play. I'm going to put Diaz actually behind Carico because he's played so well. We need some offense. Melendez drew that huge walk. I'm going to let him get the start last game. He, didn't do much, but he did come in off the bench and got that walk. So he's going to play. And Maza, I'm going to give him the start too. I think he's earned it. I'm going to let him play too. With that said, I think everything else is fine. Okay. Okay, we'll see what will happen here. Hopefully, we can get ourselves another win this series. Game one was a tight one, a tough one, but we did come home with the victory. Maza leading off here. Let's see if he can continue that patience he had in game one of this series and get us a win. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and his first at bat will be a single to center. Nice. I was going to fix the Guardians helmets, and I forgot to do that, so maybe I'll do that in game three, but we'll see. No balls, no strikes. A liner to second, unfortunately. Carico up, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and he will draw the walk. Jairo Diaz, nobody on. He's going to actually swing at the first pitch, and he's going to line it to second. Jonathan Long, 1 ball, 1 strike, and he's going to get a hold of one deep to left field and back, and that will go, and it's 3-0. So a good start again in this one for the Cubs. Jonathan Long, a guy who I just discovered can play first base, even though he's listed as a third baseman. I put him in, and he has done good so far. So, unfortunately, Bowser, the princess is in another castle, our other first baseman. That doesn't really make sense, but I just need the Mario reference. I'll come up with a better one eventually, but he may not get a lot of playing time unless Long ends up just getting called up, which easily could happen the way he's playing. Carter Trice up there. Let's hope he can get it going. He's going to swing at the first pitch, and he's going to absolutely clobber one to right field, and that's going to go, and it's 4-0. So the Cubs are showing some power here in this one as they're off to an early 4-0 lead. No balls, 2 strikes to Rosario, and he's going to line one to center. So good inning for this team. Jose Escobar up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. He'll swing and a miss, strike 3, but a great start to this ball game. Hopefully Dominic Hambley can continue the great pitching for this Cubs team, who has done really well. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Knapczyk, who is going to actually fly to center. So good start there. Barrett Rybach up, 2 balls, no strikes. He'll ground to second, 2 outs there. Advincula up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. He strikes out, so we move on to the top of the second. And that brings Nazir Mule, the pitcher turned center fielder. Let's see if he can finally get the bat going, although he's done pretty good at the position. He does ground to short. First out there. Luis Maza. He led off the game with a single, 1 ball, 2 strikes. He will strike out swinging. Yahil Melendez. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, so nothing new in there for the Cubs. Alex Mooney up for them. He's going to get hit with the first pitch. Too many hit by pitches so far. I do feel like you hit a lot of pitchers when you actually manage these games and play them out. It's one trend that does seem to happen. I don't know if it's true or if it's a placebo, but it is a thing that I've noticed. Ralphie Velasquez up here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He'll ground to second. There's one. There's two. Double play. Carson Tucker now up. Full count. And he actually does draw a walk. Pedro Dalmagro swings at the first pitch, and he hits one hard down the third base line. That's going to go to the wall. They may have their first run. Let's see if they send him with 2 outs. They do not, so they do hold the runner. So there's still a chance to get out of this. Mound visit. Let's see if that helps. 2 balls, 1 strike. Grounder to second. It helped. End of inning. So the Guardians do threaten with 2 outs, but nothing crosses the plate. Carico up. He did walk his first time. This time on an 0-2 pitch, he's going to line a single, and this guy is on fire. I can't imagine he's going to be down here very long if he keeps hitting like this. He may find himself in at least Myrtle Beach, maybe even South Bend. I'm not sure. Diaz up now, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's going to round a short. That's going to be a double play. Fortunately, that kind of kills the rally. Long has hit the ball hard. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This time he just strikes out, so no hard hit ball there. We go to the bottom of the third. 2 ball, 2 strikes. Caceres, he strikes out swinging, or strikes out looking. Kanapsik, 3 balls, no strikes, will draw the walk. So not a great at bat there for Hambly. Breibach is up. Let's see if we can get him to double play. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He walks. So 3 walks so far in 3 innings. Not great. First and second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that ball's hit hard to center, and that ball is gone. Jonah Advincula hits a big homer, and the Guardians are right back in this game. It's 4-3, unfortunately. Yeah, those walks will kill you. Mooney up there now. Let's see how he handles this situation after dealing with that adversity a little bit. Dominic Hambly, no ball, 2 strikes to Velasquez. He strikes him out swinging, so he does get the next 2 outers. But 4-0 leads now 4-3. So hopefully we can add on a little bit. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Trice. He strikes out swinging. Rosario, 3 balls, 2 strikes. He's going to line himself a single to left. So base hit with 1 out. Jose Escobar hasn't done too much. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He hits one hard right up the middle. So we have ourselves a little rally ourselves. First and second, nobody out. Nazir Meal. Not a great hitter, hasn't been so far, but this is a good opportunity to put some runs on the board. And he hits one hard up the middle, so that's a base hit for Mule. And a run does not score. They hold him up, but they're loaded with 1 out. Luis Maza up. I'm just going to take a pitch, see if we can put some damage on. They do throw a strike. So Maza in an 0-1 hole. Zach Jacobs trying to get out of this with no damage. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and it's a pop-up. That's going to be to center, but I don't think it's deep enough to score. It's not. That's disappointing. So now 2 outs. Melendez up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Strikes him out, and we just can't score. We waste a huge opportunity. That hurts. That's going to be tough. That kind of keeps the momentum in their hands a little bit. Tucker up, no balls, 2 strikes, strike 3, huge out there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Demagro also strikes out. Johan Rodriguez, 2 balls, 2 strikes. He strikes out. So Hanley, a good comeback inning. Hopefully that can kind of turn the tide of this game a little bit because we needed that. Caracal up, and he does ground to second, so they do get him this time. Diaz, 3 balls, 1 strike. Draws another walk. So they bring in Yogli Garcia now to pitch. So they've gone to the bullpen. We're only in the 5th inning, so we're going to get some swings at their pen. Hopefully we can come through a little bit. Long, let's see if he can stay hot. No balls, 2 strikes. Strikes him out. Carter Trice, 2 balls, 1 strike. He does hit one there. It's actually, the ball almost gets away. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. The runner isn't able to advance. The game is just highlighting a decent stop there by the catcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carter Trice gonna rip one to left field. That is a base hit. So a possibility to get some runs here with 2 outs. Rosario has got to come through. He's 2 for 2 today. Now would be a good time to go 3-3. He's going to swing at the first pitch, and he will hit one hard to center, but it's going to be playable and caught, so no runs there. Hambley is at 77 pitches. He's probably looking at his last inning. So that's going to make me go to the bullpen or get somebody up in the bullpen. I'm going to go with probably someone younger who hasn't pitched. Ronnie Lopez. We'll give him a go, but not yet. Also, we do maybe want to go with lefty. So Santiago Payeras will also be up in the pen. But hopefully, Hambley can get through this inning and we don't even go to our bullpen. 2 balls, 2 strikes, strikes him out. Kanafsky, 1 ball, 1 strike, hits a high pop-up, playable, and caught by the catcher. So 2 outs. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Rybach. And he strikes him out swinging. 8 strikeouts for Hambley. That is a good outing. He's done for the day as he's at 88 pitches. So aside from that 3-run bomb, which did hurt, and a couple of walks, he did kind of make up for it. So it ends up being a decent outing for him. Escobar, I would love to see. I mean, he does have a hit this game. I would love it to see it continue, and it will continue. He's going to line one to left. That brings up Nazir Mule, who does have a single. He's also 1 for 2. See what he does here. It's actually a balk, so we're going to advance. And I would just like to see him get that runner in. So again, I'm going to bunt. I do like to bunt a little at times when our offense isn't doing well. Doesn't bunt successfully. No balls, 1 strike. This bunt is successful. Does get him to third. So a chance to score here. A runner on third with 1 out. Mazza has a chance to drive him home. Hopefully he can do it. And he's going to hit one to right. It's going to be caught. They're going to throw it home. The run does not score. Could be another wasted opportunity unless Melendez comes through. He's got a 3-1 count here. He does swing at it, and he just grounds to second, and we don't score. So we just feels like we're wasting opportunities. Time to go to the bullpen. We're going to bring in Payeras as there's 2 lefties up. 1 ball, no strike to a man who actually has a homer today, and now he has a single. So leadoff runner on for them. Big chance here with Mooney up. I'm going to throw to first, keep him from stealing. Here we go. No balls, 1 strike, and he's going to rip one to center, and that probably will tie this game. It's going to be a double. The runner does hold up, but at second and third, nobody out. Yeesh. Oh boy. Let's get another lefty up. I'm going to go with somebody who has pitched. We'll go with Ethan Flanagan. Warm him up. Get him a mound visit. We got to at least accept a tie. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and they're going to hit one hard to left. And it's caught, and they don't send the runner either. So there's a chance that we can get out of this with no runs. Lopez is now going to come into pitch for us. Ronnie Lopez against Carson Tucker. See what he does. 2 balls, no strikes. You're going to rip one to right field. It's going to go all the way to the wall, and Cleveland's going to take the lead. So 4-0 lead is completely evaporated because we can't add on. It's going to actually be a triple. So now it's 5-4. We're going to bring the infield in because we got to keep this thing at 1. But that's just incredibly disappointing. 3 balls, 1 strike as we walk him. And we're just not getting outs. Lopez, 1 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3. Let's hopefully we can get out of this. Karras is up. I'm going to bring in Flanagan. Go with lefty on lefty. And let's see what can happen. No balls, 2 strikes. And he does strike him out at the end of the inning. But the Guardians do take the lead. Just a game of wasted opportunities so far. Hopefully we can get our offense going and not regret some of our missed chances because it's been a frustrating one there. I'm going to get Marino up. I want some of the better pitchers in this game up. And then I want some lefties in there too. I'm going to bring Cunningham back up too. He did pitch yesterday, but against this lineup, I need some lefties ready to go. Sean Rapp is in for Cleveland. 2 balls, 2 strikes against our best hitter. And grounds out to short. Jairo Diaz Gonna swing at the first pitch, and you wish he hadn't. It's a fly ball to center. Long, no balls, one strike. He's gonna get his base hit up the middle, so he stays hot early on in the season. Carter Trice, hopefully he can do something here with 2 outs, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Strikes out swinging. We go to the bottom of the 7th. I'm gonna leave Flanagan in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sorry, excuse me. That is a single. And Rybach is up. He's going to swing at the first pitch. He's going to crush one deep to left, and that ball's gone, and they now lead by 3. So this team is completely falling apart today. Going to take him out. I'm just going to bring Marino in, not waste the lefty on lefty. Not going to waste guys who are tired, and let's just kind of get out of this thing because this has gotten away from us a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes, fly to center. Adam Chula, that isn't out there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mooney. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 ball, no strikes. And Gudez hits. I'll pop up to second. So Montero, or our pitcher, I believe is Montero. I'm sorry. Moreno does come in and get the job done, so that's good. But just disappointing it came to that. I'm going to bring Shane Marshall in. He hasn't pitched yet this year. Probably going to get some guys in who haven't had a lot of work at this point, unless we do come back. But we haven't done much since that first inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, strike 3. Escobar has had a pretty good day. He's going to swing at the first pitch and not continue his good days. He's going to fly to center. Milo, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and strikes out. We're just not doing anything at this point. Shane Marshall now into pitch, trying to keep this somewhat close. And he's going to fly to right. Dalmagro, 1 ball, 1 strike, will ground at first. Johan Rodriguez, no balls, 1 strike. He's going to pop up the catcher. So for the most part, we come in. Nah, it's going to be dropped. Oh, my goodness, another error. Oh, boy. So actually, not out of the inning yet. No balls, 2 strikes. It's now 3 balls, 2 strikes, and we actually walk him. That's disappointing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strikes him out. So it doesn't hurt us. It does cost us a few pitchers, but no runs. But just another defensive gas. Jake Berry's into pitch for them. Really do need to get the offense going because we haven't done anything since that first inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see what happens. Mazda does swing, and he flies out to the left. So opportunity to get a guy on, and it doesn't happen. Melendez has been absolutely terrible with the bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Strikes out swinging. So we're down to our last out, and a game that we should have probably won. When you score 4 runs in the first inning, go 4-0, but don't add on the rest of the game. We're going to end up losing unless something big happens. That's a grounder to short, and we've lost this one. So 2-2. That's a tough loss. Do absolutely nothing after that first inning. Score 4 runs. This offense is just very inconsistent so far, and we lose a game that we really could have won. Would have been nice to get this series. We still can, but now we have to win the next one to do that. Rubber match here coming up with the Guardians. So hopefully we can get out of this with a series win. But it's not going to be easy to do that because this Guardians team looks pretty good. We find out that this guy from this league is out for the season, so there's that information, but not on our team. Yeah, we'll see. See what happens here. Luis Rujano goes for us. Javier Tovar goes for them. We might have the pitching advantage here. Who knows? Those stats aren't even 100% accurate because it's based off scouting, which could be off because it is fallible scouting in this. So who knows? I'm going to see what we can do with this team because our center field has not been great, but we don't have a lot of center fielders. In fact, none of these other outfielders are listed as a center fielder, so that is why Mule's been playing. Alcia's been injured. I'm going to let Carrico catch. Carlos Altuve is going to pinch hit. And I don't know if I have anybody else who can play center. Doesn't seem like we do. Long still has to play. He's been hitting too well. I need somebody else to play a short. We're going to try. Espinoza did actually play okay so far, but not so much with the bat. He does have a walk and a stolen base. I'm going to let him play again and see if anybody else can play center on this team, but it's not looking great. Jose Escobar has been okay. Just looking through here, I don't really see anyone that I'm like thrilled with playing center field. I don't think I have a center fielder, so we're gonna have to maybe get creative. I'm gonna move Trice to center. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move Trice to center, and Wheat can play left. So JP Wheat's gonna get his first game here. We'll see if that costs us having not a real center fielder playing center. I pick Trice because he does have good left field stats. He's a good defensive player. He's got good range. Maybe he does transition to center, and maybe it's good for the Cubs organization. He does it anyway. So that's what we're going to try. Hopefully, we don't regret it. So here we are, game 3 of this series. This is the rubber match. Javier Tovar against our pitcher. No balls, 2 strikes. Strikeout to start the game off. Olivo's back at second base. Wasn't completely torn on taking him out yet. I did forget to change the uniform, so everything stays the same. Maybe in the next game I'll do that. I'll try to fix that issue, but I did not do that here. Jonathan Long, no balls, 1 strike. We'll tear one into center, but it's going to be caught. So we go down in order. The offense continues to struggle. Knapp's taking the plate, swings at the first pitch to short, throw to first in time. Rybach, he's going to pop up as well. So hopefully we can get the 1-2-3 inning and return the favor. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Amenchula walks him. Alex Mooney is going to swing at the first pitch, and actually it's going to be a stolen base. So now they have a man in scoring position. 1 ball, no strike. And now they are going to score the first run of the game. As he lines one down the left field line, it's going to be extra bases, and Cleveland takes the first run of the game, despite the fact that we got the first 2 outs with nobody on. So a little 2-out rally for them. Ralphie Velasquez, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grounds to the pitcher, and an error. So this inning still doesn't end. We're going to try to hopefully calm down the pitcher, do a little mound visit. We're going to hit him with a 1-2 count, and this is just getting away from us with nobody out. But Caceres strikes out to end the inning. Minimal damage, but still frustrating to even score 1. Carrico up, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Strikes out. Carter Trice going to swing at the first pitch. It's going to be a grounder to short. And 2 balls, 2 strikes to Escobar, and we still do nothing. Yorfran John, 1 ball, no strikes. Lines 1 to first, that's going to be caught. Santiago Usteres, 1 ball, no strikes, getting his first at bats of the series. Going to ground to right field, that's going to be a base hit for them. Christian Canapsie is up. I'm having a really difficult time with some of these names. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 man on. He's going to ground it up the middle. It's going to be played by the second baseman. They do get the lead runner, but not the double play. No ball, 2 strikes to Rybach, and he does strike out, so no runs there. Carlos Altuve taking his first at bat of the game. And of the season, he's going to hit one hard to right, but it's going to be caught. 2 balls, 1 strikes to Afonso and Rosario. He's going to ground to third. JP Wheat, 1 ball, 1 strike. He'll ground to short, and the Cubs again do not get anything going. So we go to the bottom of the third. Jonah Advincula at the plate. He had the big home run last game that cut it to 4-3, and then they ended up coming back and winning the game. Fly ball to right, it's actually going to be an extra base hit, so he continues his tear with the power. Is that another triple? I feel like they're just getting triples all day. It is a leadoff triple. So another threat here from this Cleveland team. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike three. Ralphie Velasquez up now. Going to bring the infield in, hoping to keep that runner off the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strikes him out, but we do lose our pitcher. Luis Rujano, hurt. He has a dead arm, actually. He's going to be out for 2 weeks. So that's going to be tough. Yeah, I need a long reliever in. I'm going to bring in... There is somebody here listed as a mop-up pitcher. So with that being the case, I need somebody with longer stamina who can pitch. I guess it's not the end of the world in this level because you have so many people, but I don't know. I don't know who can pitch. We're going to bring Brian Lindez to the game. The problem is you can't warm up guys when they get hurt, and I don't know how it affects them. So that's a little tough. I don't really know what this means, follower. I just check the box when the situation happens and hope for the best. 1 ball, no strikes, and the first pitch he sees is going to be lined to center for a base hit. So the injury already affects us, and we're down 2-0. Oh boy, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground out to end the inning, but yeah, injury to start the game. It's not good, and now we have bullpen situation that's going to be a little weird today. Hopefully the guys can come through, but our offense has to get it going too. Olivo's going to line to left field for an out. Espinoza, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Going to swing and a miss, strike three. Jonathan Long, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Does draw a walk, so a base runner for us. Let's see if Michael can get a hold of one and give us a tie game because we need something going. Nope, he'll strike out actually. So still no hits for us. Landez, I'm going to keep going just so we can eat some innings in this thing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yorfan John's going to fly to left for an out. Santiago Ustari's, no balls, 2 strikes. Another hit by pitch. That's, I think, 4 on the season. We're hitting way too many guys. That's just not going to get the job done. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. And they're threatening due to mistakes that we keep making. 1 balls, 2 strikes is going to be a fly ball to left. And hopefully we can get out of this. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Going to be a hard hit ball to right. The catch is made. Actually, the catch is not made. We dropped the ball. Another error. Just absolutely beating ourselves so far in this game. Now the 3 balls, 2 strikes pitch luckily lines to short, so we get out of it, but we are just absolutely hurting ourselves. Injuries, this has not been a great start to the game. Our offense needs to get it going. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Trice, draws a leadoff walk. Maybe that'll be the spark we need. Escobar has not been great at the plate so far this year. He strikes out here. Tovar has 6 strikeouts, and we're just absolutely not causing any problems. Tuve strikes out. Rosario, 2 balls, no strikes. Will ground to the catcher. And through 5, we have 0 hits. So it doesn't really matter what our pitching does if we don't start hitting. We're going to bring in Coronado now and hopefully keep this thing close. But instead, we're going to walk another guy. Just been a frustrating game so far. They're going to steal second. And now with nobody out and a man on second, they fly to center. Carson Tucker now up, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and he strikes out. Let's see if we can get out of this inning without them scoring. 1 balls, 2 strikes, and grounder to second. So good job by the pitching. They keep us in the game, but if the offense cannot get going consistently, it won't matter. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Week, strikes him out. But that actually is a drop third, throw to first. He's actually going to be safe. So Tovar has 8 strikeouts, but a drop third strike does give us a leadoff runner. Can we take advantage? Olivo cannot. He lines the second. Espinoza, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Walks. So a chance here. Long and Caracal and Trice are probably our only big league, our only decent hitters, it feels like. Jervis Alfaro is now in to pitch for them. Big opportunity here. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to bring in Luis Martinez Gomez, as I'm going to want a decent pitcher in the rest of the game. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he lines one up the middle for a base hit, our first hit of the game, and the bases are still loaded, though, as the run does not score. Big opportunity here. Let's see if we can come back and win this thing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that ball's lined to right, and that's a base hit. So our best 2 hitters are coming through. 1 run scores. It's 2-1. We hold them up again. So this is a big chance here. Carter Trice, can he give us the lead or at least tie the game? 2 balls, 2 strikes. He will strike out swinging. Escobar up now. Jose Escobar is going to take the first pitch for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Escobar. 1 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And again, we cannot score. Just our offense has not been good enough. Martinez Gomez in for us. His first pitch, they're going to line a double against him. So Yorfan John leads off with a double. The next pitcher going to ground a third. So that's a big out there. He's Torres. Kanapski now up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and he's going to hit one hard to right, but it is playable. So hopefully we can work around this leadoff double. 2 balls, 1 strikes to Rybach. He grounds to the pitcher or the catcher, but it's going to be an infield single. So we're not out of it yet. Avanchula, who's been problematic this series, 1 ball, 2 strikes, hit one hard to left, but it is caught. We go to the 7th, still down 2-1. Carlos Altuve, 3 balls, 2 strikes, draws a leadoff walk. Rosario is going to single to left, so first and second, nobody out. I don't know if I want to bunt. I'm not exactly thrilled with Wheat up there, though. I don't trust him. We're going to bunt. Hasn't really worked out in our favor, but we do advance the runner, so a big play there. Olivo has to come through, but he's actually not going to get a chance. I'm going to bring Mazza in, see if the lefty can come through with a hit. With that, I'm going to go with somebody else to play a pitch because I want somebody in. You know, I'm going to go with Marino again. He's pitched well so far. I'm going to go with him. Let's hope we can take the lead here. Mazza needs a big hit. 2 balls, no strikes. He's going to ground to second. The play home is late, and we tie the game. So we get the job done and have tied this up. First and third for Espinoza, who also has not been hitting well, but I'm not sure I trust any of my other shortstops. I'm going to let him take the at-bat. First and third as a lefty. Let's see what he can do. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He takes ball 4. They're loaded, and now we got Long up. So this is a big chance to take the lead. Kyle Scott is now in to pitch for Cleveland. Big chance for a guy who's played well so far. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Long, and he strikes out swinging. So that's a big out there. We need a big 2-out hit. Let's see if we can get it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Can't get it. Another strikeout. Our best 2 hitters come up in a huge situation, and they both strike out. That's a shame. We leave Mazza in to play second. Marino's going to come in. Hopefully we can keep this game tied. No balls, 2 strikes to Mooney. He's going to ground to short. A nice play there, and that is an out. So that is actually a great defensive play by Espinoza. So it's a good thing we left him in because we needed that out. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Velasquez. He strikes out. Tucker, 1-0 pitch. He's going to fly to center. So 1-2-3 inning for Moreno. He's pitching really, really well. But you don't really want to overwork these guys. So who are we going to bring in now? I want to go with somebody who's pitched Wilmer Ortega. But actually, I might want to go with the lefty. So we'll also look at Cunningham again. Trice against Ustares. First pitch. He's going to hit one hard to left, but it's playable. Escobar, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Doesn't do anything. Strikes out. Again, he's struck out 4 times this game. Our offense has just not been good. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Altuve does single, so finally a base hit for him. Rosario, 3 balls, 2 strikes, does draw a walk. So a 2-out opportunity here. I just don't know if I can trust this guy. I'm going to bring in, I don't know. I don't like Wheat stats, so I'm not necessarily trusting him. I'm going to bring Mule in to play this here, and actually I'm going to put him in center and put Trice in left. So that'll be a defensive move that we make, but I would love to see a clutch hit from Mule here. No balls, 1 strike, and he does get that clutch hit. He hits it hard up the middle, a base hit. Here comes the run to score. No, it doesn't because we hold him up. Just not a lot of run scoring from second base on singles, so the bases are loaded. Hopefully we can come through with another hit and actually knock the run home. Mazza up, 3 balls, 2 strikes, draws the walk, and the run comes home to score. So we do take the lead. Espinoza now, who had a great defensive play last inning as I gave faith and left him in. Be nice if he could give me a little bit more faith and give us an insurance run. He's going to swing first pitch, but it's going to be a grounder to short. So that'll end the inning, but we do have the lead. Marino's up here. I'm not going to stretch him. I'm going to bring Wilson Cunningham in with the lefties up. Let's see if he can get us to the 9th. 1 ball, 2 strikes, but it is hit hard to left, but a nice play in left field there. Trice moving to his natural position makes a great play. Pays off. So some of the defensive moves made so far have definitely paid off for this team. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's a strikeout. Let's see if we can get out of this inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Ustares, and he grounds to short. So that will do. Cunningham does have a lot of stamina. I might actually leave him in to close the game, but I do want to bring in my closer. I have my closer ready to go too, just in case. But this lineup is so lefty heavy. I think I might leave Cunningham in. Long up, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Draws a walk. Let's see what we can do. Jack Jasiak is in to pitch for them now. I would love something to go our way here. 3 balls, 1 strike, another walk. I feel like they've walked a lot of hitters this game. Trice is up. He just made a great defensive play in left. Would love to see him pay it off on offense too. No balls, 1 strike. The ball gets away. A wild pitch, second and third now. Nobody out. A huge opportunity to score. 1 ball, 2 strikes, but Trice strikes out swinging. Escobar. Can he do something? 1 ball, 1 strike. He lines it to short and it's caught. Altuve, 1 ball, no strikes, and he hits one hard to center, but it's playable, and we cannot score with second and third and nobody out. That is just not clutch. Ah, boy. 3 balls, 2 strikes to them and a leadoff walk. Up 1 run in the 9th. Makes it tough. 3 balls, 2 strikes. They're trying to bunt. They haven't bunted successfully here. He pops up to third, so that's 1 out. We need a double play. Double play depth here. I'm going to throw to first just in case they try to steal. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that's going to be a wild pitch. So the time runs at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They ground to first. So the time runs at third. Let's bring Gonzalez in now. Mooney at the plate. Gonzalez in. Our listed closer. This is a huge pitch. This is a huge opportunity. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if we win the game. We do not. We walk him. Ralphie Velasquez up. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Cubs take this game of the series. This was a great series. 2-run wins for us. Could have swept them. We did blow the 4-run lead in the second game, but we do get this win. 2 tight battles to win this series. So great job by our bullpen. Offense does come through when they need to. Still have to work on the bats a little bit, but to get that win is just fantastic. We are 3-2 now against a team who looks pretty good. I mean, you look at their lineup, a lot of impressive bats throughout their lineup. I think they are one of the better teams in the Arizona Complex League. Could be completely wrong, but tight game, 3-2 game, 2 errors, but we found a way to battle it out and win that ball game. So that was awesome. I think the key difference right here, 5, 8, 9 walks from the Cleveland team, and that was the difference. I mean, they couldn't throw strikes, so we took our pitches, took our bases, took our walks, and ended up winning this ball game. Just an absolute good game. Luis Reggiano is going to be out for a little bit with that down arm, 2 weeks, which in this league is actually most of the season. So that's a little disappointing. But other than that, we do earn ourselves a badge, 2 5-star plays. No idea if that's true or not, but I do remember that good play in left field and a great play at shortstop. So that's probably the 2 plays. So that's cool to see. Other than that, you look at this league, and we'll see where we sit as far as standings. We'll actually simulate today and see if any moves are made. No moves are made. Our next game will be against Seattle. It'll be a 2-game episode. So that is coming up next. A team who hasn't won yet. They come to our building, our stadium, in front of our raucous Arizona Complex League crowd. We'll see if we can get ourselves a win. We'll take a quick look at the standings. We are actually tied for first place with Cincinnati and Cleveland. So, hey, good stuff there. Hopefully, we can continue to just play well in this league and get ourselves a shot at the playoffs. So far, so good. Will Sanders will make his second start of the season for us against Seattle. So that's some good stuff there. Real quick look at the Major League Baseball standings. It's only been like 6 games since we last did. We'll check it out. That's what's going on here. Probably not too interesting. And actually, when we get through the season, we'll actually be simulating deeper, so we'll have a better idea of who's going to the playoffs and what's going on in Major League Baseball. But there's a quick look at those standings. But most importantly to us is these Arizona Complex League standings, and that's where we sit right now. Sam Armstrong is tied for wins. Just trying to see real quick if any of our players are playing really, really well. And to be honest, our hitters are not. They've been terrible. Our pitchers have been really good, but nobody's up here in any of these stats. So whatever, it's early, not a big deal. But that's it for that. Thank you. You've listened to this whole thing. I apologize for the coughing and the sickness. It's been a little bit rough, but we're moving along here in the Arizona Complex League. Our 3-2 Chicago Cubs next game against the Seattle Mariners. Thank you.